I think the hardest thing about this COVID time is actually the mind warp, to put it nicely. One goes down rabbit holes as to who you might have infected and how it's going to affect them and their granny and their overseas flight and this whole, it's incredibly stressful. It really is quite a mind challenge. And what we decided to do with our families, actually, we were all isolating together. So our kids have been with us. Initially, it was only Colin who tested positive, yet I had this blocked sinus even before him. So it's probable that I actually passed it on to everyone without knowing. It was freezing cold, Johannesburg winter. You think it's normal, and we've been run down. This is part of it, is that we were run down and tired. We've had a death in our family. We've been traveling quite a lot up and down. It's been enormously physically and emotionally stressful. And so we were ripe to rain for this, and it's a flu. And it's not unexpected to get flu at a time like this. We still have absolutely no idea where we got this from. And that's the thing, it's in the air. And if you are ripe to rain, you're going to get it without necessarily having had contact. We really can't see where we had contact. And we've just decided to do it together. So our staff has also had it. They started coming down at a very similar time. Even Job, who has had the vaccine. So we all had signs and symptoms, and our kids have been with us. So they've been mostly in our family room, but they've been in and out of our bedroom. We have a motto called One Team, One Dream, and we've extrapolated it to this time. And it's been far more comforting to have that, and for us all to be going through it, navigating it together. Not to be thinking, oh my gosh, the kids can't come near us, and are they going to get it, and aren't they, and who's negative and who's positive, and can you keep one in one room and one in another room. This is just how we've handled it, and it's worked really well for us. And our kids have been amazing. They've come through it really well. They haven't got sick. They haven't had any symptoms through the whole thing. As I say, all of us adults have, but we're navigating it well. We're monitoring our SATs and everything just to make sure that everyone's in a good space. And I actually feel quite grateful and blessed to actually have had this. It's not fun. It's man flu. One has its ups and downs. Just as you feel you're getting better, you suddenly lie down for a bit of a rest and wake up 3 hours later. You'll feel suddenly a bit achy or shivery. It's really not fun, but I think we've learned so much in this time on how really to support ourselves properly. And I think nursing oneself properly is part of it, because when have we ever left people to nurse themselves? We just never have. Even in Ebola crises, even with TB, we're far more contagious, far more serious things that affect people far more, yet we've always nursed, and it's important to do that and for us to feel connection still and support. So those are my thoughts on the emotional side, and I hope that if you encounter this, that you will be able to navigate it well and really follow some of these tips and tools that we're going to be sharing, because it makes a huge difference.